Hello everybody and welcome back to Somerset Farm. We are into Feb and it is mighty chilly. It's 1 degrees and it looks like snow is on the way, so that's not great. I want to start this episode by saying a quick hello to Jamie. Jamie, thank you for getting in touch. Jamie showed me about this thing in front of us, this big beastie baler. Jamie actually showed me a real video of him on a farm using this baler, and it was pushing out some straw bales. It looked awesome. So Jamie, thank you for finding the channel, thank you for watching the videos, and thank you for sending me that video of you and one of these balers. It's so big in real life, it looks awesome, so thank you so much for that. That was ace to see. So what are we doing today? Well, we've got a lot of things that we need to do. In this month, there's not a lot of things we can do in the ground. We need to wait till March for that one. But this time is the best time to sell the stuff in the greenhouse. Now, a few things have changed. The silo has gone from here over winter because I realized there was a bit of an issue with that. It was conflicting with the greenhouses over there. I would take stuff from the greenhouse, put it in the silo, and it would show back up in the greenhouse. Yep, I'm afraid to admit I did actually do that for far too long before I realized what was going on. So I had to do a few things, change a few things, and maybe get rid of a shed around here. It seems like this map is really starting to struggle with the amount of equipment I've got on it. And all the animals, fields, everything that I seem to own, it's struggling because it's really starting to stutter. So if you do see a lot of stuttering, then I do apologize. I don't know what's going on. It is this map. It's got to be. Because if you watch my Western Wild series, you saw how much equipment we had on there. And it didn't bat an eyelid. But this one's really starting to get quite bad. So, oh, hello dear. All right, dear. We're going to move on. We're going to plod on. There is going to be a lot of changes you're going to see, but I'm not going to sit here going through every single one. This is the new silo, by the way. Had to move it far enough away to stop it conflicting with the greenhouses. Yeah, trailers. You know, there's a few things have changed. You will see as we go round. But we need to start with lettuce and tomatoes. Yeah, you're probably thinking, what's going on? Well, if you look at my bank account in the top corner, £1,413 I've got left. Lettuces and tomatoes have funded me through winter. Who would have thought it? So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to jump into the McCormick. We're going to get into this. We're going to start her up. And we're going to get my new trailer. Now, because lettuces, tomatoes, and all that kind of business, there's a lot of them. I have upgraded the trailer to this one, which, yes, I have modded. It doesn't hold any weight. And it does hold about 200,000 litres. Now, the reason I got it, the other trailer, don't get me wrong, the other trailer was fine. But it's just, I needed something. I didn't expect that many like lettuces, tomatoes and stuff. I needed something that was going to be a bit bigger. Because when you're running things back and forth, it just takes a long time. I didn't expect the greenhouse to sort of push out so much. Now the greenhouse it's modded, but I've done nothing to it. It's exactly as it should be. It's how the developer of it decided it should be. The only thing I've changed to it is how much it actually comes out the spout. So we're going to go for, you know, before we get into that, let me show you what I'm on about. So if we're going to have a look at this mod, which is my time-saving stock checker thingy, it is awesome. It shows you everything you've got. And you can look where the blue bar is now. You can see strawberries. I've got 200,000 litres of strawberries. The price they're going for is around about £821 per 1,000 litres. The best time to sell is in Feb, which is now. So if I sell them all now, at the sell everything little container thingy, I can get nearly 170,000. We go up to the tomatoes, 248,000 and 203,000 for the lettuce. Yeah, that is what's been keeping me going over winter. Now granted, it does take a little bit. You have to go and obviously top up the greenhouse and keep it stocked up with things, herbicide and all that. So it does cost money, seeds, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I was just gobsmacked. So we're going to go fill this up with strawberries. It's going to take, you know, just a hot minute. But the spout, which as you can see this is pouring out of now, that's the only thing I've changed on the greenhouse. It was doing 750 litres a second, which is slow as you can imagine when you've got, you know, 200,000 litres. I might have upped it to pump out 10,000 litres a second, just so it fills up a little bit quicker. Nothing cheating, nothing wrong, not trying to sort of make it go quicker. It goes quick enough as it is. I just wanted it to fill up the trailer just a little bit quicker so I'm not sitting around. So this is probably not the way you should transport strawberries, but you know, it's the way we're going to go with. It's the farm sim way. So I'm going to take these across. I'll see you over there as we start selling some of these, and we'll see that flimsy bank account. That should start to go up because we're going to need it, because next month we've got to put a lot of things in the ground. So let's start selling. So this is the sell everything. It's the container without the container. So it's just the sell point without having the big container. So let's go through, sell it. This is going to sell mighty quick because this trailer does distribute quite, it does tip quite quickly. What are we going to get? 160,000. Well, that bank account is looking beautiful already. Let's go get another load. A trailer full of tomatoes now, 146,000 litres of Tommies. Again, probably not the way you should really transport them, but it is farm sim. We're going to put these in. 239, nearly 240,000 pound. Oh, Tommies are good. Strawberries are cheap. Tommies are good. Let's go back and get, I think it's 60,000 litres of lettuce. 60,000 litres it is of lettuce. We're going to go put this in. It does look like someone's just sneezed in the back of my trailer. We'll put this in and see what are we going to get now. 188,000 from 60,000 litres of lettuce. You see what I mean? Tomatoes and lettuce. That is where it is. From 1,400 when I got out of bed, we're now at nearly 600,000 in the bank account. Do you know what? If that's what it was like in real life, I'd get a couple of greenhouses, get myself some lettuce and tomatoes, and be a millionaire by the weekend. But unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that. So over winter then, it did keep me going, and if you're wondering, well, hang on a minute, if it kept you going over winter, why was your bank account at like 1,500 quid, or just under? Well, we can blame Michael for that one. Michael, thank you so much then for your comment on a previous video. I said about these fields up here, I didn't know what to do with them. Do I buy them? Do I wait and see if a farmer puts anything in them before buying them? Just in case, you know, I can snatch them up then with something in. Michael left me a comment and said, no, you know what? Go buy them. Then you can prep them ready to smash them out when I go and we get round into next year, the planting season. So that's exactly what it is. So Mikey, thank you for your comment and I do appreciate it. I might have got a bit carried away since the tomatoes and lettuce were doing so well. I might have got them three. I might have bought some more. Do you know what? I've even lost track of what I had last time. I definitely bought all these down here. And I think that one, was it, or this one? Yeah, I got carried away. So you can see we own quite a lot of the fields now on the map. And yeah, the map as well. I don't know at what point that, I think that was at the start. But there's a lot on there that we do own. And as you can see over winter then, I have prepped all these fields. I got rid of the weeds. I've cultivated them all. And I've gone round and everything's looking pretty good now. There is a couple. So these ones here I bought with barley in. And these one here, we've got wheat in. So there was a couple that I managed to actually grab with crops already in. But majority of them have just got weeds and they were rubbish. So as you can see, there's nothing in them. No weeds, no fertilizer, no nothing. So we need to start somewhere. And we need to start putting things in the ground. But unfortunately, we can't do anything in Feb. As you can see, looking at the calendar, all I can do in Feb is put some cotton in the ground. We are not going to get in. We're not getting into cotton. We're not doing cotton. So there's not really much else I can do at the minute. Apart from take this back, park it up, go to bed very early, and see you tomorrow. So just before it's time to go to bed, not even lunchtime yet, but it's time to go to bed, I'm going to jump into this, my new Mac Superliner. Now, I got this because it's auto load. So it looks pretty cool. There's some nice big air horns on it, but it's auto load. So I can pick up like my pallets, you can pick up bags, quite a lot of things with it actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head to the store and I'm going to go pick up some bags of seed and fertilizer because we're going to need them in next month to be able to do a lot of planting. So let's head to the store. Let's see if we can go grab ourselves some bags of fertilizer and seed. And then it's time to go to bed, ready for a big day tomorrow. So 5 seed bags, 5 fertilizers. So if we pull close to this, and then we activate the auto load, strap on, pardon the phrase, that is pretty cool, that is. Now granted, I mean, come on now, it could have kept them in order. Could we not put 5 down one side of, like, you know, fertilizer and 5 seed? It did mix and match, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. So now we should be able to go and take that over, like, keep it on the trailer, and anywhere where we take the planter, we'll be able to take the trailer over and then just sort of drive next to it and fill the planter up from here. Now, it's going to be a bit random about what bag it takes from. Well, that's pretty cool, that is. So, let's take this back to the yard. And we can go to bed. All parts up then, ready for tomorrow. So, time to go to bed. See you in the morning. Well, it's another beautiful morning then. 8:15. It's time for me to go grab my sack and start spreading some seed. Now, we're going to tackle one of my big new fields right behind them trees just there. So, let me get set up. I'll see you in the field. So, this little plot of land here, I do own. And the only reason I owned this one, or got this one, it's not really much to it, but I got it because it comes with these little couple of sheds here. So it's just over from the free field. That's the free cornfield that we got. So it's just through here. And these come in handy because they're already here. And I managed to put some equipment here to try and balance out the overwhelming amount of equipment around the farm. Stop it trying to be too stuttery. So yeah, everything's over here. But this is where we have to go then. So if we jump in here now, we can just make sure that we are hooked up to that. Everything, yeah, all good. Coming with me. Always a bonus. So to get to the one field like at the back, you have to come round this way. So this is the route that we have to take just up here. And let's just jump outside. So it's round the back of these trees here on the right. But this is the only way to get to this one particular field. Is round here. So it's quite a interesting place to get to. And that field there. I think there might be a gate to that one at the bottom as well. I think, or maybe not actually. Maybe this is the... this is the only way to get to that one as well. So this field here is obviously one of them ones that we got. If we can get out the trees a little bit. If we're going to have a look on the map, you see this is where we are here then. Field number 40. And obviously these are all the new fields at the top here. They're all quite fair size. But the other fields you can get to from the bottom, from the road. So just over there, straight ahead of us, behind them trees there, is where the sheep are. So you can go through the back there to get to them 2 fields. But for now, we are going to start on this one. So what we need to do, we need to just go back up a little bit. The trailer's just here with me sacks on. So I'm hoping we should be able to just go and fill up the seeds. Get a full tank in there, as you can see, looking good. And then we just go and carry on. It will just obviously take the bags as it needs. And then we now should be able to go and take the fertilizer. So we will see the bags just slowly disappearing as it goes. But there we go, 100 of each. Full to the brim. We'll be able to move on. We'll open her up. So we've got oats selected. So what we're thinking is, I'm not sure what's going to be the best way, if I'm honest, or whether if this is sort of going to be right or not. We've got a few fields that have got barley in. So because we've got a lot of land, you see, if we're going to have a look at the barley. So we've got the field here around the back of the sheep, which has got barley in. So we own that one. We've got fields down here, 6 and 7. They're mine. That's got barley in. And I think that's it for the barley. We've got obviously 3 wheat fields and 3 canola fields already, which are mine. Actually saying that, we've got 2 more wheat fields here. So we've got 5 wheat fields, 3 canola. I'm thinking about oating all this up here because with the amount of oats that we can get, we can put them into the factory to be able to get flour, for flour to bread. Bread also does give us a substitute of pig food, which is, yes, I know it's random. I don't really understand that, but it does. So we can get a bit of pig food off that. So instead of actually making pig food, I'm trying to go for the things that has pig food as a bit of a byproduct because, well, we get the bread, a little bit of pig food. And I think it's the same with like the sunflower oil. Put sunflowers in, we get sunflower oil, and a bit of pig food. Same with canola oil, olive oil, potatoes. So yeah, I've got the greenhouse, which is just down here. The greenhouse is doing the potatoes and sugar beet. They're going across straight directly to the factory. And we're getting some potatoes. We're getting French fries, premium potatoes, and a byproduct of pig food. Random. Also sugar beet, we get a bit of pig food. So I'm going to go down that path, really, I think. I'm going to put oats in these, which will be enough, and we'll have a load of straw as well. I'm thinking here, maybe sorghum, just in case. You know, if we want to do real pig food, which it is pig food, but it's if we want to make our own, we need sorghum. Well, let's just have a quick look at the recipe. So the recipe then is majority of sorghum, a bit of wheat, a bit of canola, and some potatoes. So we've already got 5 fields of wheat, 3 fields of canola, potatoes the greenhouse is making, but I am going to put some in the ground as well just to give that a bit of a boost because we've already run out of potatoes in the factory to make French fries. So let's get a field in. Let's see if we can get a good stock of them. So 3 fields for sorghum, I think should be enough. So these 3 here should be plenty for that. I'm thinking we've got 11 over here. This one here, that could be a nice potato field. Nice sort of shape, not too weird. It should be okay there. And then we have got a couple of fields here. And obviously we've got these ones just here. Now that's the one there I said next to where the trailers and all them little bits are stored there. So yeah, we have got quite a lot to go at. But for now, let's get started with the oats. So oats are selected. Let's go. Let's turn her on. Let's drop her down. It does help if we are not selected on the weight. I did just kind of nip over and get the weight because I saw the front wheels were kind of on the ground. Let's actually go and swap that back to the back. Then we can drop it down. There we go. Right, let's go round. Do a run around. Bit of a headland. See how we get on. Hopefully adding the weight on the front should keep it down a little bit. So there's a lot of fields to go through. And maybe 3 fields at the top, then big 3 fields. Maybe that is a bit too much oats. But then oats will get used for flour. We can get a lot of flour, and then we can just sell the flour direct if we get too much of it. Just ignore the fact of going through the hedge. I think that's probably the best way. I mean, we are going to get a lot of straw. But I'm just thinking that's... I mean, we could... We own these 3 fields now, so we can mix it up a little bit as time goes on if we need a bit more of something else. Maybe more potatoes. We could go and use one of them for potatoes, wheat, barley, anything really. Corn. Maybe we need some more corn. Now, granted, I haven't really thought about any corn. But then the cereal factory isn't actually using much. I mean, at the minute, the cereal factory stopped because we need oats. So, is it going to get through a lot of corn? Do you know what? It depends which way you look at this. We've got enough fields that we can do stuff with. So, if we do run out, we have got plenty of fields that we can just go throw something in the ground. So, I am going to stick to doing all oats in these 3 fields. Because at the end of the day, we can just sell them. We can get some money from them. We really desperately need to try and pay off this loan. That's the big goal at the minute, is we own a lot of fields like I wanted. But we've got to pay off this loan. 1.4 million. We just keep getting hit with quite a good charge. The end of every night at midnight. So we need to focus on getting rid of that. But if that's just selling crops, but I think oats to flour. We'll get some bread. But also flour itself, I think it's going to make us some nice money. Does flour go for a lot? Let's have a quick look actually. In December then, flour does go for nearly £2,000 per litre. It's not bad actually, you know, and if it makes a lot, I don't know how much it's going to make, but if it does make a lot, it potentially could be a nice earner. Now bread's the better one. Again, around December time, nearly £5,500 per 1,000 litres. Yes, that's more like it. So definitely flour and bread. Obviously, we just need the flour to make the bread. But if we do end up with a lot of bread and a lot of flour, both of them together, you can just smell the money now. So with the headland done then, let's go through and see if we can get this done. Complete this field of oats.
Yeah, I'm restless, so give me some I need to dance. Jump around and show them how I move. Everybody will be on me, wanna join me when I take a shot. I'll be the center of attention like I was some kind of astronaut. Cause I'm shooting for the moon tonight and I got a feeling I'm gonna crash some stupid party. Tear the ceiling down in front of everybody. If someone's pouring up a drink, I'm calling shawty. I'm gonna find a crowd so I can put it on me. Swinging from the chandeliers, I won't be sorry. I got a feeling I'm gonna crash into this party. I'm just an accident waiting to happen like.
And just like that then, the oat field is all done. How dirty this thing is. The weight's already losing some paint on it. So one oat field down. Now if we just go and dive through the hedge. I was looking at these and I'm thinking I'm going to put oats in 46. 43 I'm thinking of putting corn. Because we need a bit of corn. Oats and corn are the main things for the cereal factory. So if I'm going to use all these around here for sorghum, might use these down here for sunflowers, this one here for potatoes, and then we've obviously got some canola and wheat and stuff, and then a few fields dotted around of barley. I'm thinking this one might be a good one for corn. That should be enough corn. The cereal factory doesn't take too much, so that should keep us going. It's already got a nice amount still in the cereal factory. So if we just go look on here, then you can see the blue bar on the right, corn. We've still got 48,000 litres. So, yeah, this is the main thing that uses corn, is the cereal factory. So I think that's going to be okay. That one big field, this one here, yeah, that should be enough. And obviously we can get straw off corn as well. Yeah, I think that'll do. Let's go dive through the hedge again. So let's go grab this then. I'm going to go and do the other oat field off camera, and then we'll come back in the cornfield. So the oats have been done in that field then. It has just gone 10 past 1. I've just gone and filled up again with some more seed and fertilizer from the truck. I'm just heading down now to this bottom fields right over there in the distance. The reason why I said I was going to see you back in the cornfield, but I've just realized by checking the calendar, we can't do corn this month. You see, corn has to be done in April, so it won't let me do it this month. Now, I can do sunflowers. As you can see, halfway down, we can do sunflowers, and we can do potatoes now. So I wasn't about putting them in. So as you can see, we've got the oats in there. We're going to leave that one for corn. We're just up here at the minute. But if we come right down here, I'm thinking these two for sunflowers, and then that one for potatoes. Now, we've got nothing at the minute to put potatoes in the ground, so we are going to have to lease a potato harvester planter thingamajiggy. And then obviously sorghum are going to go in there, but we can't do any sorghum yet. It's a little bit later on, that is. So, I'm going to head down to them fields. I'm going to see you there, and we're going to put some sunflowers in the ground.